Welcome everyone to Couch Potato. Today we have with us a very, very, very amazing guest. I'm sure all of you guys all over the country have watched The Family Man. So today we have with us the writer of the show, Mr. Suman Kumar. Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello, hi Mayank, hi Abhishek.
Hi,
Thank
hi.
you for having me on your show.
Thank you for being here and giving us your time, sir. Thank you so much.
No problem. I
Uh,
know
Ours is
I've been postponing this forever, so I thought
hey, that's fine. I mean, who am I anyway? Like in front of you, and I don't know. I
hey,
mean,
no, such rubbish. Who knows? Tomorrow you do one put one YouTube video and you become world famous, and after that I won't find your time. So
no, sir.
yeah,
That's never gonna happen. I assure you. We'll always have time
no.
for
I,
people
I,
like you.
I'm just saying that family man has now become a busy man.
Yeah.
busy man. Yeah, I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
It's better to be busy than yeah. No,
Yeah.
this is what I always wanted to do. So it's this has been a journey of years, and we'll
Right.
talk.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course. So you're also a stand-up comedian, obviously. And when did your journey as a stand-up comedian start, and how did you get into it?
So I have always been a big fan of stand up, like George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle. I've been, and plus of course when it comes to, I'm a big fan of comedy in the sense that one stand up I have my idols, and even in pop culture, that is I am a big fan of Janjay Lagar, his movies, his characters.
Yes. Yes.
He's a comedy genius, but yeah, he left for he left us because he knew that world will come to this. I guess I think he was
Uh,
barely 50, if I'm not wrong, when he passed.
yeah.
So a big fan of Janjala, and of course in Tamil also. I'm a Tamilian who grew up in Andhra, so I am fluent into both cultures. So in Tamil,
Oh.
I grew up watching classics like Kadhalikka Neramalai, Shabash Meena,
Oh,
Ah.
Kaseidan
nice.
Kadavulada, all black and white classics,
Right. Right.
comedy
Right.
classics to from Nagesh to Tenga Srinivasan, Surli Rajan to Gondamani, Vadivel,
Hmm.
all these. And of course there is Crazy Mohan, Singeetam Srinivasarao, who has done amazing work in across South, I think Kannada, Telugu, and
Right.
Tamil. But I've watched his work in Telugu and Tamil. So all these have I'm a big sucker for comedy, and especially and I keep going back to Jandiala because I think his character design is something
Right.
sublime. Which it's very difficult to find such nuanced characters now, and he did that back in 80s. So when I was exposed to this, like I have got exposed to stand-up comedy as an art form a little late in life. That is, I was already working and I was married, and that's when I got exposed to Eddie Murphy, and then I started digging around and I discovered Richard Pryor, and
Hmm.
but that's not why I became a stand-up comic. I mean, I always thought of myself as a fan, but my friends always used to tell me that you're really funny, you should try
Yeah.
stand-up. They think that if you make a friends at a party laugh, and that's all you need.
Yeah. That's so true.
I mean, there is one simple, but it's a small difference is that here you have to make complete strangers laugh.
Laugh. Exactly.
Yes.
But so I was in Take Five. One of the venue is not there anymore, but Take Five was that one of the iconic stand-up venues of Bangalore.
Okay.
Okay.
I think back in 2005, Jim Jeffries performed there, if I'm not
Wow.
wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So so one day we were sitting there, I was broke. I had just written my book, and I
Okay.
was in the process of getting it published, so finding publishers, whatnot. And I was sitting there with my friends, popping beers, and like all these Bangalore comics who are my friends now, they're doing open mics, and I'm like, oh
Okay.
my god, shit, this is shit. What is this shit? So there were three of us. One of the friends looked at me and said, "Oh, you think you're funnier than them?" And the two of us, the other two, me and Madhuman, and looked at each other and said, "Yeah, of course we are funnier than them." And then the other friend, he said, like, if you next week get on stage and do 5 minutes
Yeah.
and prove this, like, the beer is on me. I'll buy you, like, as much as you drink beer. They're like, okay, cool. I was broke. I was like, anything free, I'll take it up.
Yeah.
So 2015 March, not March, May 18th. I go on stage. I'm drunk, and because somebody said you should have some
Yeah.
confidence.
Yeah.
Rookie mistake. So I went there, bombed straight in front of my friends, family. I bombed straight for 4.5 minutes. And the last joke I tried, last one, somehow everybody laughed.
Yeah.
I don't know, out of pity, they were laughing at me or for the joke. I don't know. But that laughter was like, like, oh my God. Imagine like some 30 people
Yeah.
and just one big laugh breaks out, and I'm like, wow, this is cool. So I
Yeah.
started writing, and that's how I got into stand up.
Right. I think that's the exact same feeling everyone gets. Like once, like the first joke lands of your, comedy career, the first joke of your comedy career when it lands, you want to remember that feeling and experience that again and again on stage.
Yeah.
And I think that's
I don't
that's
remember when was the first what day I started writing Family Man or my book, nothing. But I
Okay.
remember this day, May 18,
Oh.
2015. That's how much I love stand up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
We have watched, like me and Mayank has also watched your videos.
Yeah.
It was so precisely written. I
Suman,
liked it.
please
I
don't
liked
be.
it.
Please don't try and be the bigger man, okay? You
I'm
like you have
not.
written the craziest show in India, and you're like, my stand-up is like.
No, but I mean, those are like, like when you look back at your work, like, you put out videos, and then after a few years, when you look back at your videos, you'll be like, oh, did I do that? You will get that feel. But yeah, I mean, there are some jokes there. I'm like, oh my God, I should have juiced the premise a
Right.
bit more.
Right.
Yes.
It's always the case. Like, even with my first book, I'm like, oh my God, what shit. But it is what it is, and there is no way around that, because I think make you have to make mistakes, and then you get lucky, and one mistake gets published, so to speak, or sees the light of day, and then you're like, oh my God, everybody's looking at it now, and
Right.
I think that's how you improve
Progress.
as a performer, as an artist. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that one question. How did you get that observation of when men are eating, they're just eating, and then when they're hungry.
No,
And then you boiled out down with a pun of being human with vendor. How did you get into that?
Men, if you're hungry, you're hungry. Horny means horny. If you're eating vada pav because hungry, Katrina Kaif shows up, you're like,
see see, men because of who we are, right? It's like we are not we are just interested in in the our contribution to the human race lasts probably about like 10 seconds, and out of which you do it for 1.5 minutes to have fun. That's about it. After that, you're not contributing anything to the getting the race ahead. So that is the truth. You can't escape that truth. Like, ask any girl, a married girl, or ask your own girlfriends if you have. So I'm just saying, they see the thing comes from women are more emotional creatures
Yes.
as compared to men. And men are binary that way. In the sense, when they're eating, they're eating. When they're like having sex, they're having sex. They're like they can't do both. But whereas women will be like they'll try to have a conversation with you, saying, what do you think? What are you thinking right now? While you are at it. We don't have that emotional bandwidth. We are very
You're right.
binary like. So that's, I think I have one more story, one more joke which is related to this, but that was improv, by the way. So I say,
Oh.
like when you're eating. That I had that line, but the next improv is like if Katrina Kaif comes and says hi, I'm like, you're eating
yes,
a vada pav,
yes.
I'm like, that was improv on stage. It came just I don't know why I did that. It just came. So yeah, it worked, I guess.
Right. And you said that you don't remember when did you start writing Family Man or the book, but like around which year did you start writing? If you can, go back.
I've been
and
writing since 8th standard.
You're right. You've been writing the Family Man since 8th standard.
No. I've been writing since 8th
Oh,
standard.
okay. I thought. Right.
Writing Family Man happened somewhere in 2016. 2016 is when we started. The idea came about. Initially, it was a feature. It was a feature idea,
Okay.
and then time passed, and we actually it was Rajan DK. They called me and said we are doing this. Like going to come on board. So I had already worked with them for A Gentleman and and we were discussing this, and I was also writing something else with them, and they were like, why don't we develop this? And we started slowly developing, and but then Amazon came and said, you know what, let's do a series, and we are like, okay, why don't we pitch this as a series? And that's how the Family Man journey started. In fact, I think when this got confirmed in Take 5. I was open micing in Take 5.
Right.
I get a call, and Raj called me and said, by the way, we're doing this
Okay.
for Amazon.
Wow.
So yeah.
Looks like Take 5 is a very special place for you.
Yeah, man. It's a beautiful. I miss Take 5 like mad.
Right. Okay. So, so season 1 was more about, I think, Mumbai, and like the
Delhi,
Mumbai.
but yeah.
Yeah, I mean Mumbai, Delhi culture and all
Yeah.
that. And season 2 was more of South Indian, right? Like it was purely Tamil culture that you showed,
Correct.
and the
Correct.
localities and all that stuff, Sri Lanka,
Yeah.
Tamil and all that. So, how did you go about planning the shift, from season 1 to 2, where once you show a Delhi-based incident, and in the other season you shift to here, and in the third season you have set it up for China, man. I don't know.
Yes,
Northeast and China and all that.
So that answers your question, right? So
Yeah.
our motivation has always been, first of all, in a series for an OTT platform like Amazon, language is one is the opportunity to showcase, because it's long form, right? It's not a 2-hour movie. It's a
Right.
45 minutes
yes.
each, and you have 10 episodes, 450 minutes of content, 450 minutes of content. Now, that gives you the opportunity to in many ways. One is it allows your secondary characters, and even the smallest character will have
Yes.
like 3 scenes or 4. Like for example, Chalam
Correct.
sir.
Yeah.
The very
Yeah,
small
yeah.
character, but
Chalam
people-
sir was
He became the toast of the country. right?
exactly. That's right.
So, that's because it allows you to, even in a feature probably would have come for like 1 scene max, and that's about it.
Right.
So here he's come for like thrice. You'll see him now. Not just that, also this series, this content is consumed by like, I don't know, 180 countries, whatever, worldwide.
Right.
No, yes.
Too. So, and also we are the success of shows like Money Heist and even Narcos, where people are watching subtitles, though it's in Spanish, they're still watching it. It became a success. We realized that if people are watching that,
Yeah.
if I have something in Tamil or Telugu or Malayalam or Hindi or Baloch, whatever, it doesn't matter, because there are subtitles.
Correct.
So that is number 2. Number 3 is we did not want to show the continuation of the same world. Again, we didn't want to go ISIS, Al Qaeda, all that. No, that
course.
we didn't, because not because we couldn't or anything. It's just that it restricts you to a certain cultures and geographies. So we said, and we said we should create fresh worlds. So then that thought process led me to create something. Season 2 is a completely different world compared to
Correct.
Yes, season 1.
So the purpose, I just gave the opportunities that already existed in the format and the platform, plus we had the confidence. Now, and two is we could find the story. That is also. So I mean that's about it. There is no other explanation other than we wanted to keep it fresh. Nothing
Okay.
else. Yeah.
Right. Also, I wanted to point out that although this is pure fiction, both season 1 and season 2 are pure fiction, the way you have taken it and the way episodes escalate slowly, at a very, I think at a very precise rate, if you would have done anything, like if you would have taken it any faster or any slower, it might not have had that impact, So it's very important that you step up the story every episode the right way, and the real life references that are there, they start as the
Building
in
up
abundance. They start in abundance in the starting, and then when you concentrate on task a little bit, the fiction part of it starts increasing, So I love the fact that the way you have written the characters and the way you have written Shrikant is that you got to balance the whole family part of him and the whole task part of him accordingly, so that people don't look at it in a way as to after episode 5 we just couldn't see the family part at all. I think the writer missed it somewhere or the other. I think that's something just amazing to me, where not a lot of writers and not a lot of people. I am a huge content consumer when it comes to shows, movies, and all that. And there are very rarely it so happens that when you give 2 or 3 sides to a character, they balance it out so well that you don't have any complaints with the way they have shown the character. So I think I am just a fan, and I am a writer myself.
Right.
So I write comics, but I've been developing a character of my own. But I also, at some point in my life, want to do something based on visual, content. I want to do something on that note. So I keep watching these movies and shows and see how the characters progress and how they build up to the end. So I think it's you have done a phenomenal job with showing the two sides of him, and because when you name the show Family Man. And the concentration is elsewhere, in the show. It's very difficult to balance it out, I think. That is one thing I loved about the show,
Thank you.
So, I mean, how did you realize that, let's give him a family and, a son, like his son. I love his son, okay. Atharv is someone very entertaining. So... What was your ideology behind writing those characters, the family and all?
No, we were always clear from day one that see this space, the whole spice space, the genre.
Yeah.
Right from James Bond to even if you go back further, Guns of Navarone and all that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where Eagles Dare. I mean, it's been done so much. Right down to Mission Impossible and
exactly, that's right.
You have Jason Bourne, and then
Jason
you have
Bourne,
what is that? Tinker Soldier. That as a movie, I mean, and then you have that what is that movie Umbrella? That this guy. Oh God.
Johnny English.
No. This guy has an abusive father, and then.
Basketball Diaries. No.
They take him to train him as a spy in English, UK. Anyway.
Wanted. No.
No, it's not. I don't remember, but yeah, I probably have seen that movie.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
So, sir, in terms of genres, in terms of in terms of comedy, in terms of action, so much has been done.
Yeah.
So we were now, we didn't want Shrikant Tiwari to wear tuxedos and jump off buildings and
right.
You have he possesses cool gadgetry and guns built. No, we are then. So the idea came from Raj. Raj's uncle used to be an undercover cop or something like that, I think.
Okay.
So whenever, once in a while they'll all end up, traveling, in a train or a bus, and where you're talking to other passengers, co-passengers, and they'll ask the uncle, invariably, so what do you do? and he'll come up with some job description, some fictitious company, something.
Oh, right, right.
So Raj used to ask him, it seems, I think Raj has mentioned this in an interview. Raj used to ask him, why do you do that? Why do you lie? Like, no, I cannot reveal my
Yeah,
know,
original
real
profession.
job
Yeah,
profile.
yeah.
So and then now look at it. There's a guy who's probably going on a pilgrimage with his family, but you know what? He's a spy. It's like, maybe your neighbor, neighbor, that is middle-aged uncle who has like two annoying kids, and they have cats, and you'll be like, oh my god, what a boring dude. Like, he'll have like he doesn't even look physically that fit,
Yeah.
and he'll be eating golgappas at the street corner,
Yeah, that was
and he'll do this.
the day he arrives late and he's
And then,
like, accident ho gaya, sir. Oh my
and
god.
then now realize that
Yeah.
what if he were a spy? Because spies, I mean, that is the idea. That is the
Yeah.
whole idea.
Yeah.
So there is a scene in season 1 at the end. I think it comes in towards the end of.
Hmm.
Towards the end, it comes the scene where Srikanth Tiwari and Jake are standing by the
Yeah.
same Vada Pav guy, and these guys are standing
Yes.
there, and there are two guys talking, "Arey, disaster averted in Delhi." Arey,
Yeah.
Dandel or something. It says.
Yeah.
And these guys look at each other. That's about it, right? So I'm just saying they have no idea that these two guys are like the spies who are responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, crazy writing, crazy. I just
And
love
I
it.
just I just wanted to ask that how did you add that funny moments that they are so damn funny, like especially that corporate scene, with his boss when he pulls his
Yeah,
neck.
since season 2, yeah.
There's so many of my friends have messaged me saying you are doing God's work.
Their frustration is being portrayed on
It
screen
was
by
so
someone.
relatable because
You
I
need to
work in a
understand
corporate
that-
as well.
Yeah, even I do.
It was so relatable. That
Well,
it
guess
was viral.
what? Guess who worked in corporate for close to like 14 years? I don't know. Like I quit in 2011, but
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying. That's so. Yeah, I have had my share of great bosses.
Yeah.
Not all of them were great bosses. So
Don't be the minimum guy. Oh my god.
that line is by Raj.
Oh,
I
all
knew-
right.
We knew that you put a Manoj Bajpayee in the scene.
Yeah.
I wanted him to we all wanted him more than anybody. I wanted Srikanth Tiwari to slap his manager who's younger than him. I'm like done. This has to happen. The end was there. So we were building up.
Yeah,
Like,
we
you
were.
know,
In fact, I was waiting. When will that happen? When Srikanth will burst out,
No,
with his frustration.
that whole thing is everybody contributed, including the actors, like
Okay,
Right.
Manoj, Kaustubh. I think it's Kaustubh, his name. Okay. Anyway, Tanmay character.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody he said, "I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna do it this way," and so everybody like they did their improv, and there was the scene was already funny, and then they took it like some 10 notches higher. So
Right. So
It has become
how-
viral, right? On
Yeah,
Instagram or any meme page.
I think so.
yeah.
It is.
A lot of it has gone viral. It's not just that one scene, Chellam sir has gone viral like anything. It's
Oh,
literally
see,
like
this-
whenever someone is unable to find something, there is a Chellam sir meme there,
No, that's the thing, right? That's the part. Like season 1 also had its memes.
Hmm.
Quite a few memes were there,
Yeah.
but they were more or less restricted to JK and Srikanth.
Right.
Yes.
Most of them.
Yeah.
Maybe there are others, but like like other playing flute. There are a few there, but most of it
Yes.
Yeah.
was like for Srikanth Tiwari and JK. They all became memes. But this time, like you have Chellam sir, and then you have Muthu Pandian and JK. Don't make eye contact. Keep walking. Has become
Lovely.
a meme, right?
Lovely. That was.
And of course Srikanth Tiwari, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, so to see so many characters become like
Yeah.
part of the public conscience,
Yeah.
consciousness rather, not conscience. I mean, I wasn't expecting it. I mean, yeah, see, no matter what you say, no matter how confident you are, before it releases, if somebody asks you, so what do you think? Will it be hit? Will it be a hit? Now, as creators, you'll only say, well, that's the hope.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
me at least. I mean,
Correct, correct.
you're always nervous. Even if
Of
you are
course.
killing, like, on a daily
Stage.
basis,
Yeah.
on the weekend bar show, you're
Yeah.
gonna do the right 10 or 15, whatever it is, and you have an audience, but still you'll be shitting in your pants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we didn't know, and when the information broadcasting ministry and police departments of various states started using Chellam sir to promote vaccination, to
Ah,
promote
yes.
that is when we are like, oh my God, like, and we weren't even expecting that Chellam sir would become such a legend. I mean, he's a legend in our story, but
Yeah. And in fact, to make a character so memorable without giving any backstory, regarding Chellam
Mm.
sir, I think even that is something really epic because
There
you
is
did not give.
backstory if you think about it. I mean, it is not shown, obviously.
Yeah, he's a cameo character sort of a thing, right? He
Yeah,
has
yeah.
he has a very small amount of appearance in the whole show, and yet people are like, like people remember him as the guy who is always there in the time of need, when there is the
Yeah. No,
utmost need of information.
I think it is because of who we are in terms,
Hmm.
how we write. Like Rajan DK are also like they're always looking like, even if they're other, if you look at the filmography,
Hmm.
some random guy will crack one great joke. It'll always be there. Like,
Ah, yes.
right.
Yes.
And I'm also in the sense that I'm also in that mold. Now, when I joined, the hands with Rajan DK, it was like, oh my God, oh, we can do this, and I learned that in cinema in film you can do, I had written a book. Yes, there are like characters, even small characters you remember. I understand, but in cinema when you do it, in film when you do it, the impact that it has is,
Hmm.
More, more.
yeah, far higher. Yeah.
Also, one thing that I wanted to ask is the South Indian culture that you showed, the whole Tamil culture that you showed in the second season, and with respect to Muthu Pandian, I wanted to ask how much of it was based on your references, on your life references, the daily life that you have, like the South Indian songs and all that stuff. I mean, did you take inspiration in particular from something that might have happened, or was it like purely based on like fictional writing as to, okay, we'll show the Tamil culture and we'll show what kind of people, what kind of a character Muthu is he likes his South Indian songs. Which way did you go about it?
I think Mayank's questions are longer than my answers. No,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
that's okay. What's a comedian if he doesn't burn another comic? Tell me.
Of course. I'm so sorry.
See, no, like we as South Indians, especially Tamilians, we have faced this because, see, I don't know Hindi. I mean, I see, when I came to Bangalore in 2004, I didn't know Kannada, but I watched movies. I started talking to auto drivers, cab drivers, whatever. I slowly learned. I love Ilayaraja's music from back in the day. His songs in Kannada I used to listen. So slowly now I can speak Kannada. As in,
Right.
I'm not I'm not saying like I'm an expert speaker or anything, but
Right.
I can go out and talk to anyone, and I can have a conversation with anyone in Karnataka, any Kannada speaking person. But Hindi, there was no such opportunity. There was no necessity for me to learn Hindi.
Right.
Number one. Number two is that culturally also the Hindi wasn't so big. Like, I grew up in Chittoor in Andhra. Yeah, there were a few, like, if there are like, 5 Telugu movies and 3 Tamil movies releasing, there'll be one Hindi movie that's released, which, like, my dad, who grew up in Bhimavaram and Hyderabad, he used to go sing Hindi, Kishore Kumar songs. He used to be he was a
Right.
big fan and all that. But other than that, our influences, even in terms of cinema also, my influences were, Chiranjeevi, Kamal Hassan,
Yeah.
Rajinikanth, and our influences were that. So, and so I had no necessity. There was no need for me to learn Hindi to survive in my world. I started facing problems only when I started. I went to Indore. I went straight from Chennai to Indore
All right.
for a job, and suddenly there are like people are talking like very Shuddha Shrestha Hindi, like,
There, yeah.
and I'm like,
Madhya
hey
Pradesh.
Balak. I'm like, what is it? Talks like that. And then like there were this bunch of people who used to say, Hindi is a national language, you should learn. And I'm like, no,
Yeah,
Hindi is not a national language. Hindi is one of our official languages.
yeah.
Because India does not have a national language.
Exactly, yeah.
So, but now, I know a little bit of, because I have to keep traveling to Bombay, spend, extended periods of time in Bombay, my Hindi has become slightly better.
Of course.
Like, I know the difference between 25 and 50, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
But I have had my share of experiences where they'll like you walk into a bank and randomly
Yeah.
in Chittoor, and they'll be on board word of the day, or what a proverb of the day in Hindi, and
Oh.
I'm like I'll be like struggling to read it, whatever. But
Right.
it never struck me saying, why is it here? What is the point of, it makes no sense, right?
Hmm.
So, like in Tamil Nadu, nobody can read or speak Hindi. Why is it there? So it all comes from there. So this is uh, one, that's personal experience, and two is like many of my North Indian friends, and I have many of them, like they have no idea who's Vijay Sethupathi or who's
Right.
who's Mahesh Babu.
Yes, yes.
They probably know Mahesh Babu more than Vijay Sethupathi because
Right, right.
because his movies are dubbed and they come in
Yeah.
one of these.
A lot.
Yes.
A lot. It's not
But
just
if
his
you
movie.
look at-
Like,
Now think about this. Until A.R. Rahman happened, and he became instantly a nationwide sensation with Roja, first album, Roja. Rahman is like they're like, people are going mad, right?
yeah.
But quite a few of my friends didn't know about this genius called Ilayaraja. Now, where do I go?
Wow.
And the kind of movies when people say, look at Malayalam movies. I think they make
They are
the
the
best.
best.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They make the best movies, but people have no idea about them, right?
Yeah.
So, like Drishyam, which is got remade in Telugu, Tamil,
Correct.
and Hindi.
In Hindi.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
So that speaks volumes about the kind of. So why is this? We are. India is one country, many worlds,
Correct.
and the idea was to show. It was not to say, hey, it's not Hindi or Telugu or Tamil. It's not any of that. It's just that
Of course.
we need to celebrate the idea is that we need to celebrate our diversity rather than squabble over it.
Correct. Right.
And that you can't go and say, you can't preach, right? It will be
Of
boring.
course. Of course.
You should be a nice guy.
That is true.
Ramudu Manchi Baladu. You can't do all that shit, right? So you're telling a story and you slip one joke here, and he says, "Arey, मेरे को South Indian बहुत पसंद है." And then Muthu says, "There are 5 states in South India." Which
Exactly.
do you know the number of people who don't know there are 5 states in South India?
Ah, man.
Because they count.
I think
Andhra as one.
80% of the people I know don't know there are 5 states in South India.
No, but the same works the other way also.
Of course, yeah.
Even I don't know, right? Like, of course, I mean, I will know, but I'll know, but like, I don't know what language they'll speak in Nagaland, for example. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there a language called Naga? Because, and it's also, there are multiple tribes, multiple dialects, so many
Right.
languages.
Right.
So much is there. It has its own. Every state has its own rich history. See, that's the beauty of India, right? You travel from Hyderabad. In whichever direction you travel 50 kilometers, you are in a different world. It's not Hyderabad anymore.
Right.
Yes, I'll agree.
That is true.
Okay, and that's not the case. Instead of celebrating that, we should not homogenize it. That's what is America, right?
Yeah.
Even in the homogenized this thing, there is the southern drawl, the accent,
Yeah.
but net it's a very homogeneous society, homogeneous, what do you say, land. Whereas in India, it's incredible, right? Just look at Karnataka. The diversity is incredible. There is Coorg, where they speak Coorgi,
Yes,
and
yes.
then they speak Tulu,
Yeah.
and then they speak go to Uttarakhand, North Kannada, they speak a different kind of a Kannada,
Yeah.
and so on and so forth. And then purely in terms of geography, what do you want? You want rainforests, beaches, mountains. You got
All of them.
so
And the best beers. And the best
Yeah,
beers.
sure, yes, that I'll take. Yeah, but that's the thing, right? I mean, this you cannot go and make a documentary about this.
Correct.
This is like a beautiful, if, icing on the cake, I would say, for the narrative that you're building. Like we teach how to eat idli and podi, like we put some ghee and mix, and that was Raj's idea. So I want that. I want that. In fact, not many people know that we were shooting in this place, and that restaurant, they had only industrial level grinders, mixer grinders.
Oh.
Okay.
So I wanted to grind like one small. I'm like, well, don't you have that small thing, mixie, small dabba? They're like, no, get lost. I hand ground it.
Oh, wow.
I hand ground the podi. Yeah, that podi is very special to me.
Right. Amazing.
And like, how much of the stand-up has helped you in screenwriting? Is it like relatable? Like
I
what's
think, yeah, sure. If in fact one of my jokes that you have seen on YouTube, it's there. Abe oi, makan chor. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that's my joke.
yes.
I wrote it in saying because it fit.
Okay.
One, so Insa, how does uh, you know being a novelist or writing stories, short stories and novels, and being a screenwriter and being a stand-up comic, all of these things feed into each other.
Yes,
Right.
that will be the right way.
Yeah, because from screenwriting you understand the value of structure of the how you're structuring, what is the beginning, what is the middle, what is the end, and the importance of character transformations and how they what are these characters motivations, goals, all that play a very very key role because you're time bound.
Correct.
You're time bound in the sense in a book you're not, I mean, you are time bound, you can't write act 1 for 400 pages, that's also there, but here you have like 2 hours, or probably if it's a series you have about
Yeah.
450 minutes, assuming everybody binge watches it. So screenplay teaches you structure, character building, all that, and also it teaches you how to write less and say more,
Yes.
because that you need to be minimalist. You need to know when to run, you need to know when to walk, in the sense that you need to know when to stay in the scene and explore it, and when to go cut, move on. Stand up teaches you what what makes people tick, like what is it that like you
The premise
Yeah.
you're talking about, yeah.
yeah, just give me 1 second guys.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're talking about family man, like my daughter was so I had to go tell her calm down.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have in stand-up comedy teaches you the how to identify opportunities for humor. One. Number 2 is stand-up comedy also teaches you what is your goal when you're telling a joke, is how do you reach that beautiful punchline? What is the least what do you say, obstacle path to
Go there, yeah.
the punchline, but without compromising on the spirit of the premise, all that. So you're always trying to cut down fluff, and you're always fine tuning. That's the purpose of open mics, right? Now, But whereas what writing a novel teaches you is world building, how to bring texture. And of course, there is plotting, and those remain the same. The devices that that you use is for telling a story is always going to be a 3-act structure. You call it what do you say? Premise, whatever, punchline. Like, what is the other one? Never mind.
Premise, punchline, segues.
Yeah. So you have beats. You have like this is the
Yes.
premise, setup, premise, punchline.
Set up premise punchline.
Setup, premise, punchline. So, and here is a 3-act structure, and even a novel or a short story has that. So net, what happens is, like in a novel, you're more descriptive, right? You write about and beads of sweat glistened against the hot sun, whatever you describe. It instantly creates a visual in your head, right? Similarly, whereas you don't have to do that in screenplay as well, because you don't have the time to write like a novelist. So, but you understand the value of when to do that. Like how it comes in handy when you're telling a story on stage, and then you want to quickly build character. You don't have time, right? Like for a story, maybe you have like probably 7 minutes max, and in that you have to set up all your characters, and you have to how do you quickly make those characters memorable? Now all of that, you come back to screenplay, you realize that you have done all this, and suddenly you realize without realizing also you start writing in a way where the characters kind of stand out. At least that is the goal. You never want to write a boring character, never want to write a scene that is not required, and I mean, that's the quest anyway. So
Right.
each art form kind of feeds into, at least for me, because I have yet to meet a novelist, screenwriter, and a stand-up comic who succeeded in only probably one art form. I have had to meet someone like that, but uh, I think it is as storytellers, you don't have the option of restricting yourself, relegating yourself to one art form.
Of course.
In the sense, see, you're doing something with comics, and suddenly tomorrow you may write a graphic novel, and suddenly they'll call you for let's write an animation series around it, and then maybe an action drama after that, a novel, or you'll write
Oh
a
my
novel.
God, I hope so.
Whatever, all that is possible. So
Yeah.
it's fun. Mostly like when you go to do stand up, like I've seen people struggle with building a story. Say, okay, what is this point of the story? One day I went there, and then I got police caught me because drunk and drive, whatever. I was driving under influence, and they caught me and seized my bike and this, and then something happened, and I told them about my whatever, any story.
Right.
About how I failed I failed to make the cut, and never became an MBA and whatever, and then the cop was sympathetic towards me, and then he let go of me, all that, right? Whatever. It's already an interesting premise. Now, how do you build a story? What is that? You start with, there is no character building. It's you. Mostly it's you, unless you're talking about some other character, which is also, in that case, you would establish character, but it's you. See, I was going, and I have to tell you something about myself, and you'll say something about your character, and then you go, like, usually when I say, I have to stop at like 2 beers. Okay, after that they say, Machan, just one, we'll share one. After that there's no stopping. So you build, whatever, you build. You have seen characters like this in your life,
Right.
So this, how to build a story, comes easy for me because I have done shitloads of it from when I was a child to writing a novel finally, and then writing films and series, whatever. It becomes easy for me to instantly see where is this story going and how can it be better, how should you structure it. All that.
Right.
So
And also, like, you have seen life more than the young comics.
Most
So
important.
so that gives you an added advantage, or like, how does it help you?
I'm sure it does. I'm told it does. So
Right.
I don't know, because all my friends
We know the Bangalore comics.
You know, right? All
Yeah.
Yes, Kelt, Anand.
Kelt,
Like,
Shankar, Anand, Amir.
Chunky Keld, Arnavs, all these guys,
Yeah.
Naveen,
Yeah.
Suhas, all these guys, they are like in their 20s.
Yeah.
Like, I am on the wrong side of 40s now. So, but we still hang out like, hey, Macha, what are you saying? They talk like that. We talk
Yes.
like that. And that is because I don't take my age or whatever seriously. I'm not like those uncles saying, Arey,
Yeah.
इज्जत करो." Why?
Of
Because
course.
I'm old. I achieved it by becoming old. Whatever. So, anyway, so I don't take any of this seriously in the sense, and life. So, and what I've realized, what I'm adding to your point is
Yes.
when I tell them a story, right? We used to do this and this happened, in school. They'll be like, "What, really?" Because from when I did my school and college and from when they did, there is like 1,000 years of difference.
Right.
So they're like, what? Yeah, I'm like, I've seen, like when I discovered, back in the day, like in Chittor, one guy went and stabbed him. And then we were all eating samosa, and then the guy stabbed him, and the guy ran holding his intestine. We were like, what are you saying, man? It's like that. And so, and plus, I have, I've been married for 16 years now.
Yeah.
I'm a father to a 11-year-old girl. So now, all of this contributes in the sense that as of now, most comics are
27, 30.
They have been sons, brothers, siblings. If some comics are lucky, maybe boyfriends, but that they have had to see being a husband, being an uncle to someone, and those fuckers, man. At the wrong time they'll come and call you uncle. One guy you haven't met him in 15 years, okay? Now technically, he's probably your age. He is your age. Probably he's older to you. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
But our context is different. But for him, I have seen him when he was roaming around in his studies, right? I mean, not like I'm going like bird watching. I go.
Of course. That's
not what I meant. But
no, we understand. Of course.
He's my friend's nephew. So.
The bachpan mein dekha tha wala feeling, right?
Suddenly he'll pop out. That guy is married. I'll say, uncle. A great show. I'm like. So. So they have had to be uncles. Maybe some are, but they have had to be referred to as uncles by others in public. They're not husbands yet. They're not fathers yet. I think. I don't know, because I have my doubts about Keld. Maybe he's a father already. He doesn't know.
Oh man.
So it helps life. Especially when you have had heartbreaks in college, whatever, and then even when you're working, and finally you found the girl that you thought, okay, you need to settle down. That's happened. For them, they're still in the starting stage.
Yeah.
Imagine people going, that's the one, bro. I'm like, whatever you do.
That is not the one.
Don't make the mistake of falling in love with
Exactly.
him. And guess what happens? Exactly 6 months later, that guy is like, bro. I'm like, now that's not, you never go say, I told you. I mean, that's sadistic.
Yeah, of course.
You just wait. It's too soon also. You wait for it. And then you bring it up.
Yeah.
Like this on a podcast.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Oh man, send him this video and tell him to watch. I'll tell you the minutes where you've said this and just tell him. Oh man, crazy. Lovely. I mean, and yeah, of course. Second season, you are in the first episode.
Yeah.
When did you decide that? Okay, I'll play
I
this
don't
guy.
decide these things, guys.
Okay.
No, see.
No,
same thing.
I mean, it's like it's similar to which is the guy in Raj and DK who plays the entrepreneur?
DK.
DK is the one. So like,
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
DK has played, the other director, Supan Varma, has played a role.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the guy
yeah,
who comes, the parking lot, he comes a journalist. I'm so
yeah,
so.
yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
That's Supan Varma, and I also did that whatever scene.
The first, yeah, the first.
That scene was, we're all we shot it in Chennai, and we're all waiting because the next day is one big day for us. Full on action sequence, the whole action sequence
Yeah.
that happened. We were shooting that, so we had this just today
Okay.
to shoot this. Last minute actor bails,
Oh.
and then we're all waiting in the video hut, and then they were discussing, like, can you call that guy? We were talking to the local line producer, local casting guy, saying, can you talk to this guy, whatever. Suddenly DK looks at me, and I'm looking, generally sitting there, and suddenly looks at me and says, Ray, Shattipura. I'm like,
DK said
"Hey."
in Telugu.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, only after, I want to tell him, like, the great opportunity, only after movie and dinner. I didn't. So I'm
Oh,
like,
man.
what is wrong with you? Like, no, we'll see if you can fit the role.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why do I have to, like, take off my shirt? He's like, you only wrote the scene, no?
Oh man.
I'm sure we can change it. Let me be. Like, no. like they're making out. How will they make out without? What are you talking about? No, like you tell me. You only wrote it. Be logical. No? You keep telling logical. Then I said, okay, cool. Then I said,
Yeah.
but I had a lot of conditions for that
Right.
thing. I will not do any of this.
Yeah. Of course.
And then okay, cool. So that's how what you
I understand.
Of course.
and.
But I like the fact that you wrote the scene and then when it came to you.
I mean, that was like DK said, how does the taste of your own medicine, feel like? It was like, you only say
No.
that be logical.
No, but think about this.
Yeah.
There were no lines. That's the magic of
Of course,
cinema.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you write, you go, and suddenly when you're staging the scene, when you're doing the prep, you realize that you do a rehearsal, and you realize, DK, like, he comes, he pushes you, and then you go, you sit there, you're screaming. All you do is you're screaming. You're not doing anything. Then he goes and shuts the window, and he comes back and he points the gun at you and says, "Give me the phone." Like, it feels odd, right? So much of time has passed. I mean, on screen, that's a lot of time.
Yeah.
Just say something. Then I have to come up with the line on the fly, and I say,
Oh.
"Sir, it's not what you think it is, sir. We are couples, sir."
Yeah. That was, man. Oh.
And then he pushes me. I go on this.
Yes.
Then he goes, shuts the thing. He comes back and he says, "Give me the phone."
Yeah.
And then I look back and then DK said, "No. Add one more line. You should
Okay.
react." No, the idea is couple, sir, is because I'm thinking guy with a gun has come inside. I'm thinking it's a cop, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Of course.
So yeah, maybe it's a raid. And I mean, who goes for raids like this with a gun and all? I won't think because
Yeah, of course.
and so there is a little bit of logic there. So the next line was he closes the window, he comes back and I'm saying, DK said, say something, say something in Tamil.
Yeah.
So I said in Tamil, I said, sir, it's my birthday, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Please, sir.
Yes,
And it was my birthday.
Oh, shit.
Oh, nice.
So I said it's my, and then the actor, like Dayal, the guy who played, the guy who takes hostage,
Yeah.
and he's like Subbu. He's like first time he comes, and he's a great actor. Like I'm nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just monkeying around, and he comes and says, "Ugh." And then I'm like, sir, couples are love partners, sir. And he's like, yo, don't do stand-up comedy here.
Oh man, I can only imagine how funny that would have been.
Yeah.
No, there were many jokes there. So they're like, Suman, like, you're there, you're, the scene is this, you're doing whatever you're doing, you're making out, and then uh, uh, you hear a noise at the door.
Yeah.
And then you get up and go, hey, who's this man? Like,
Yeah.
so I said, when I'm getting down and from the bed and I'm going up, I'll say, in Tamil, I say, ஒரு மனுஷன் சந்தோஷம் வந்தா பிடிக்காதே உங்களுக்கு. Which means guys don't like it when a guy is happy. Right?
Yeah.
So the during the rehearsal, actually a shot, right? Nobody's gonna knock because that comes in sound.
Right. Yeah.
So DK will say, DK said, I'll give you a cue, no problem. So he says, this is what you're doing, this is whatever, and then okay, third noise will come, and then I'm like, cool. And then DK is sitting there, behind the camera, and he's looking at the monitor, and he's going, noise. So in my head, I'm thinking, maybe I'm doing really well.
Oh.
And that's why he's saying noise, okay? And then he says, one noise. I'm completely gone now. I'm blanked out. I actually looked at the camera and said, do you want me to make noise or her? What are you saying? Noise, bro.
He meant the knock, right?
Yeah.
Oh man. Amazing. And I think Ramya is also in one of the scenes, right? Ramya Ramapriya.
One shot, yes.
I did not see her. Which episode is that? I tried.
She's in episode 1. She's there.
Okay. I
Like
have
the
to
first
rewatch.
like when Srikanth Tiwari, you go to episode series season 1, when you're talking about
The Bhopal.
the immediate aftermath and TV
Yeah.
cuts come in. I
Yeah.
think she's there, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly
Right.
Ramya's fans were like, oh, we saw you in Family Man. And I'm like,
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, one day I just opened like
That's all it takes, man. Did you know, you write 2 seasons, still people don't give bhav, okay? Everybody come in one shot. Suddenly they're like, oh, you're in Family Man. That's so fun. I'm not joking.
I swear writers are actually very underappreciated in this country, and people just
No, it's not underappreciated. That's how it is, right?
yeah. But I think writers should. I mean, I don't know. I feel like writers should be that popular because it's their brains behind it, right?
Yeah.
That's how it
Okay,
is.
I'll ask you a simple question. No,
Okay.
brains, sure. Yeah, that
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I mean, people do see, writing is more of a B2B thing, business to business.
And I understand. I mean, it's like
in film,
yeah.
in cinema, in screenwriting,
Yeah.
the industry knows. The people know. People who are there,
Exactly.
they
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
They know that this guy is Suman Kumar, whatever. Most they know all the writers, I guess. But it's not B2C, right? Because my product, I always do this analogy. See, what I bring to the table is the dosa batter.
Yeah.
Others make the dosa out of it, right?
Correct.
And then there is chutney, there is sambar, everything comes and then becomes a
Yeah.
package, right?
Yeah.
Let's say maybe chutney is editing and sambar is music and
Yeah.
the roasting is
I get
acting, direction, all that, whatever. You get the, okay, I'm
Get it.
stretching the analogy, but yeah. So,
Yeah.
and nobody who eats the dosa will say, wow, kya batter hai, mast.
Yeah.
Unless you are this over enthusiastic critic who will say the batter, and like, how can you tell batter from the finished product, bro? I don't know, but yeah.
Depends on the crisp and the softness and something like, I don't know, they say that, right? But yeah, I mean, I realized that even I indulged in knowing the writers behind the projects after I felt that one day even I want to do this, So it became like not as a customer, but obviously as someone who is an enthusiast.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
that's what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
You're not a regular movie or a series watcher.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fine. I mean, I don't want to make too much. I mean, yeah, I would love some more
Yeah.
fame and publicity. Sure, who
Yeah.
why do you think I became a stand-up comic? But yeah,
Yeah.
so all that. But
Of course.
But it's fine. It's like everybody knows. Everybody in the industry knows. actors, directors, all the technicians know. And
Hmm.
my like you're known here, it's great. Like
Bangalore.
I'll tell you something. I was going on an auto with Muttu, my friend. He's from Bangalore. Okay, Muttu Pandian. His name is Ravindra. Ravindra and I were going on an auto. The auto guy, as soon as we get that guy, we are wearing masks. Okay, auto guy, as soon as he's going, he just says, "I've seen you somewhere." He does Muttu. And he's like, "Sir, I don't know I'm forgetting the name."
Ah,
And I'm like, "Is it Family Man?" He's like, "Oh, sir, yes, Family Man."
no.
Sakkat, sir. No, he's saying, okay. And then I'm sure Ravindra felt sad for me. He said, he tells our auditor, Bardiro Devre, which means he's the guy who wrote it. And that guy is like, oh, okay. And then he's like, sir,
Of course.
because see, for them, the face of it
Yeah.
is what that matters, right? It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
And I'm not complaining, I just said that's how it is. You can't escape
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
the minute you go back into the thing, the same, like all my actor friends and all, I think most of them like my writing and appreciate me for that.
Yeah.
And also I kill them in subsequent seasons if they don't share my son. That's also there. This is
Oh,
a
man.
rumor this is a rumor that DK created. DK look at it and say, so you know what happens with JK in season 2, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. I saw the
you
amount
never-
of promotion JK did regarding you. I mean, he has put like
No.
innumerable stories.
No, if you see, so JK, see that will be breaking a cardinal rule. Never
Yeah.
kill the sidekick, the hero's best friend.
Yes.
Never.
Oh my God, that is so true. I mean, in Sacred Games, when Saif Ali Khan's sidekick dies, that was a very, very traumatic moment for me. I was like, why the fuck would you kill this guy? He was such an amazing character. And I was like so scared when JK got her bullet.
Correct,
I was like
correct.
so scared. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so that's what I'm saying, right? So, but Sharib had no idea what is happening.
Yeah.
We very, craftily,
Yeah.
we hid that information from him. What is the
Okay.
aftermath?
Okay.
And then DK will come and say, "Arey, JK, we'll just slip it and JK, arey, bhai, what are you saying?" And then DK looked at Sharib and said, "See, guess who did not share?" Musa.
Oh my
What
God.
happened to him in season 1?
Nice.
Oh, that's
Well,
crazy.
that's not true,
Of course. It's all comedy, right? Yeah, I know.
but it's a
Humor.
good idea. I'm not denying
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Share if you want. That's fine.
Oh man, amazing.
Yeah.
And when did you get to know that okay, Manoj Bajpayee is the one who's going to play Shrikant Tiwari, or was it like
From-
you pitched that
No.
okay, I want this actor to play my character? Which way?
I know, right? As when we're writing it, we just write. Okay.
Okay.
But as it takes its form, as it evolves, we start, pitching ideas, saying, "How about this?" Manoj has always been.
The
We
number.
know who can pull this off.
Yes. Yes.
Very
that is true.
few actors
Yeah.
can pull it off. And among that, I would place you cannot
Manoj.
imagine Shrikant Tiwari being played by somebody else.
Yes.
It's
that
it's
is true.
it's similar to Robert Downey playing Iron Man and Chris Evans playing Captain America. It's like we know who
Yeah.
is the best Shrikant Tiwari face in the country now, and like nobody can imagine someone else playing that and
Yeah,
nailing
and
it so hard.
there is a bit of this is like I would say Shrikant Tiwari. I mean, it's all retrospective analysis. Is that
Yeah.
Shrikant Tiwari has shades of Sardar Khan, Bikku Matre, everything.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. He has all the shades. Like,
Correct.
but Manoj Bajpayee was from day one. He was, and we were like, will he do it? Will he? I had that doubt
Okay.
because I was not part of these meetings. Raj and DK were doing the meetings.
Right.
When he called, when they like called and said, by the way, Manoj is on. I was like, oh my god! I was like, and then the first time I met him was also I met him in Kashmir when I went for
Yeah.
season 1 shoot. I didn't know what to expect. And imagine you've grown up as in not
Yeah. Of
say
course.
I'm like a child or anything. I'm just saying that
You've been a fan of him
you
for a
watch
long
the
time.
movies,
Yeah.
you watched Satya and you're blown away
Yes,
because
yes,
in
yes,
Satya you think about it. In Satya, he's not even the hero,
Yeah.
yes.
right? But he just stood out, right? And how? And then of course he did he did Shul, he did
Aligra.
Aligarh, and he did
Yeah.
recently Bhosle, and then of course the Gangs of Wasseypur.
Yes.
And he did a bunch of other movies as well, and which you have watched. Like for me, this is a standout performance. Like Shul, uh, uh, what is that other one? And that he acts as a bandit. It recently came with Sushant as a. He's also
Oh,
Sushant.
yeah. Sonchiraya. Sonchiraya.
Sonchuraya. Yes.
Sonchuraya.
Sonchiriya, yeah. Son, what is it called?
Son.
I'm saying
It's basically Sonchiraya. It's a
Chidaya,
little
okay.
yeah. Yeah. Of course.
I
That
say
is a
Son
great
Chidiya.
movie.
Okay, Chidiya means something else.
It basically is Chidiya, but the pronunciation is different because of the area that they've shown, right, in the movie.
Right,
The
right.
look, yeah.
Sambal.
So yeah. That because of that.
Yeah,
It's a
so
little different.
he comes for a very. That's also he's not a major role, but you look at him, you'll just stand out. So
Yeah, that is true.
and when I go meet him, and Rajan DK say, hey, this is a writer. He wrote Family Man with us, and the next thing the next day he's like, hey Suman, tu kya kar raha hai lunch? I'm like, you need to process, right? Manoj Bajpayee is calling
Yeah.
you for lunch.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm like, and he's like, chalna. And then he go there, sitting there in Srinagar on restaurant, and people are like going mad looking at him. Imagine, like,
Oh my
and then
god.
the best part is
Crazy.
he'll tell his visitors who are, I think the tourism secretary, some big officer came, IAS officer came.
Yeah.
Thank you for shooting in Kashmir, whatever. And then he looked at me and says, by the way, he wrote the show, and then he's so kind,
Yeah.
and he loves writers.
Yeah.
He keeps saying writers are the heroes of series. He keeps saying those things, and very very like he's so cool. Like he told us this story about this lift guy. His lift guy, after Family Man came out, he said, "Sir, आपके साथ selfie लो." Apparently, Manoj said, "I've been living here for 10 years." In his own way, he said it. In his own way. I'm sure it would have been much more colorful.
Yeah.
But he said, "I've been living for 10 years. Now you want to take selfie with me?"
Yeah.
And so it's like we're coming back from lunch in Srinagar. We're going back to the set, and so I immediately tweeted saying, despite the fact that I'm a vegetarian, he took me out for lunch because people who eat non-veg don't like. So I was going for some other joke.
Yeah.
Hey, Hare Suman, you're on Twitter. And next thing notification comes up. Manoj Bajpayee.
Oh,
now
followed
follows.
you.
And I'm just saying, like, who does it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very, like that man he's a great actor and all that, but most importantly, he's a great fun human being.
Yeah.
And he's a fantastic storyteller. If you sit with him, you're talking to him, he because one thing I identify with him is he's also a small town boy. Like
He's
me.
a Bihari, yeah.
I grew up in Chittoor in Andhra Pradesh. So I'm not saying it's the same, but it's the context and
Yeah.
it's the same. So not a city slicker, but and that kind of and when he tells his stories, I'm thinking, oh my God, so many stories, so many anecdotes. It's beautiful.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's
That feeling would have been really, surreal for you, right? Just amazing to.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
it's
know,
like, it's also the fact that as a writer, when you see such an amazing actor playing your character and nailing it,
Yeah.
it's a feeling of success for you too, that, oh man, like this is just
That helped in
crazy.
season 2, because now
Yeah.
now now, like once you know Manoj Bajpayee's play, now the script is already done in season 1.
Of course, yeah.
But season 2, like you're waiting and you're
Yeah.
like there are scenes that he kills. One is obviously the office scene, the scene where he looks up the meaning of a word on the phone with when he's
Oh my god. Such amazing scenes he has.
sham, huh? that scene.
And that one also when they go for
Therapy, the therapy,
session.
couples therapy.
What
The Kahavat scene, then he's like, Bancho. That was just crazy.
So and for me, my favorite scene is when I was writing it was
Yeah.
the scene where Shrikant Tiwari interrogates Raji.
Oh.
Where she calls his bluff because you know you've
Yeah.
done it so long, and then now you want to do a flip, right?
That was funny. I mean, it was a very intense scene, and then all of a sudden, Shrikant realized that, fuck, it did not work. This is the first time that it hasn't worked.
Yeah.
That is the kind of face he makes. Right.
And like there are many like even a small scenes like he shines. No, just JK. Okay,
Chale? JK?
JK.
Chale?
He
Exactly.
does it beautifully, man. Like and he's sitting there, he's serious, and Muthu is driving the car,
Yeah.
and these guys are behind, and suddenly he says, Muthu, call the DSP.
The phone scene, yeah. I don't
And
let
then-
anyone touch my phone.
And then he says, because we just show him buying one.
Yeah.
He says, it'll take me all day to compose an email. Something he says, and he says,
yes.
please, yaar, stay. And then he says, I think, Fakir ke saath ghum raha hu. Something he says.
Yeah.
Something he says. I don't know what the exact word is.
Yeah. Oh man.
I like that scene also where he says दिमाग खराब है मेरा मेरे को disturb मत करना like the oh damn that is hilarious like,
No, even the jail thing, no, that's why you don't understand women. That's why you're still single.
Yoga. They are doing yoga and all that shit. That is so crazy. Their priorities totally change over that span. They're like, we want to get out and catch the terrorist, and all of a sudden they're doing yoga. Next thing you know, all of that is like amazing, dude. The way of you written.
And the JK, when they're going back, he's like, your daughter is not picking your calls. Okay, your son is blackmailing you. You spent a night in the jail. I don't know, man. Describing your life, I'll get depressed.
And then he said, Muttu ko Hindi aati hai, like, sab kuch yahi baat kar lo. So he says like that. And Muttu is like smiling. Oh man, smirking.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that.
I'm just thinking what a best way to discuss with the writer itself like usually
Yeah.
we see a binge watch series and then we have a series of discussion.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the fact that wherever the humor is placed, it never feels misplaced, is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter
I
how
think,
intense the scene is. Manoj Bajpayee, JK, and all these characters that you have written, they put that comic timing so well that you're like, you start laughing. in
Swad
an
anusar,
instant.
like proper
Yeah,
swad.
yeah.
See, the thing is, because Raj and DK are already, they love comedy.
Yeah.
You will expect comedy in the most unlikeliest of places. Now,
Yeah.
of course, I'm not just a comedy fan, but I'm also a stand-up comic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, between the three of us, know that the written joke only when you're reading it, you'll laugh. Now, imagine somebody taking it up and performing it and taking it
Yeah.
notches up, a few notches up. That's, yeah.
Of course.
Man, it's been an hour and a half and we didn't even realize.
Oh shit. Okay.
No, we love content. Like, if this goes on for
But,
3 hours, I'll put the whole 3 hours on YouTube. That's the kind of a creator I
I
am.
wish I could, but I have another call.
Of course. I'm just
That's
saying.
why I reminded
just
you.
love it. This was lovely. This was freaking epic. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much for being here. Like,
Yes.
Anytime,
oh my
man.
god. Someday I want to be like you. Like, that is my aim in life. To
That's
be
the biggest
versatile.
compliment.
To
I
be
love
that
it.
versatile and to be such an amazing writer and screenwriter. I don't know. That is the way even I want to go and. you know.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, but I don't want to take all the credit for writing because it's all of us who wrote. It's everybody.
Of course. Yeah.
So this whatever compliment you're giving goes like 4 ways, and of course there are dialogue writers. all that. So
Of course.
everybody plays. It's I'm not trying to be this annoying uncle who comes up with morals at every. No, not that, but that's the truth. There
Yeah,
are
of course.
like three writers who come up with the story, and then there is screenplay, and then there are dialogue, and so 5 people are involved. 4 people are involved in season 1. Like, so much
I mean,
of
I
that.
wish I could have like all of them here and have a crazy interview, but yeah, I mean, since you are the only one, I could.
I've
you know,
also
bring-
been meaning to talk to Raj and DK for a while, man. They are like
Yeah, yeah, that's what. So I mean, yeah, thank you
One
for
day.
being here, and yeah, one day
day,
maybe,
yes.
I don't know, one day.
We
yeah,
are,
for
if you're
sure.
in Bangalore, then definitely we are going for beer or something, because Bangalore has the best brewery.
I think Abhishek came on this podcast to say that. nice series, but beer.
Beer.
No, like
Oh man.
obviously with you, that's the thing.
Yeah. You are buying the beer, by the way.
Yes.
But
But
thank
such
you,
a
thank you
fun
so
session.
much. Thank you so much for
you, guys.
being here.
Thank you.
for
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about the show and your life. And I just hope that I don't know. I get to hang out with you someday, and Raj and DK and all of the people who
No.
have been involved with Family Man. I don't know, man.
Yeah, of course you will.
Just hope so.
What? Like
I
hang out
don't
with Keld and all. Keld, Suhas. I mean,
Yeah. I know Akib well. I know Kelt well. Anand
Yeah.
and all. So yeah, I've been building my network and friendship with all these guys, and I just love it. You know, I just like to talk to these people I aspire to become, and I aspire to write like them. So I just love it.
There is an urban legend that if you hang around with Suman long enough, he will hire you as well.
Oh my god. Keep an eye out on my Instagram. I'm gonna publish a comic really soon. You know, I have been working well.
Suhas Navaratna was my writing assistant in season 2.
Oh.
And Kelt assisted me in writing of features. Almost done.
Wow.
Okay.
And
Nice.
Arnav and I, Arnav, I hooked up Arnav with some writing gigs. I was supposed to be on,
That's
but I
nice.
couldn't, all that.
Right.
And Ramya is also working with me on something now. So
I assure you that you'll be seeing my work on Instagram soon. I'll be definitely publishing a comic book on Insta. I've been working with a guy basically on a story, and I don't know, I've been working on a character. If it all
Nice,
works
nice.
out well within like the next 6 months,
there is
an
no
Insta
working
page
out,
will be.
but just put it out. That's it.
I mean, we need a certain level of, initial level of story, right? So that's what I'm telling. Like
Whenever
one-
that is, just
yeah,
don't think
exactly.
so much about it.
No, of course. Once I have an initial first level of story ready, I'll just start putting out the comic pages and
Done.
going about it. Thank you,
so
Suman, for
much.
being here.
It was a really fun session.
And
Thank
to the
you.
audience, thank you so much for tuning in again.
Thanks, guys.
And guys, share this video as much as possible. I've brought you the Family Man's, one of the writers from Family Man. Like, what else do you want? Thank you so much, Suman, for being
you,
here.
man.
Couch Potato signing
problem,
out.
man.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.